Okay, it has been 24 hours. It's 9 in the morning, 24 hours after we first started, and the temperature is 90 degrees on the surface. And this pallet of ice, the unprotected pallet, next to the protected pallet in the SolX pallet cover bag. And this one has lots of melt. Can't give those away to anybody. And there's still some ice in there. Those are pretty slushy, full of water. We will count those out in a minute, see how many are left. But this is all the way around, just not much left in that pallet. So we'll take the pallet cover off of this bag pallet and see what it looks like after 24 hours. One that's melted. Overall, there is a lot more ice here than here. These bags top have more melt. Look, solid, a lot of ice all the way around. Look at that. That's a good solid bag of ice there. Hey! Now we're gonna go up close and take a look. You can see the difference. These right on top, they've been exposed to more heat and more sunlight. So we'll take those off. And we're going to count up the bags between the two pallets. Go down one layer. Look at that. Just go down one layer of ice, and they're still in there, frozen solid. All that ice in there is all frozen. We're going to count those up and see what the difference is between the SolX bag protected pallet and the unprotected pallet. Okay, so here is the unprotected pallet with all the unusable bags removed. Those are just full of water and slush. Of these bags, there's 29, and I went a little bit borderline on the count. They're not frozen solid, but there's plenty of ice in there. So there are 29 bags that are usable out of 105 after 24 hours. Now we'll look at the count underneath the SolX bag. After 24 hours, out of 105 bags on each pallet, on this pallet there are only 29 usable bags of ice. Some are little borderline, but they're okay. On this pallet, we only had 7 bags of ice that are not usable. They still have ice in them, but they're not full, so I didn't count them. So there's 98 good bags of ice versus 29 bags of ice after a 24-hour period. Okay, we've just finished a 32-hour test of the SolX pallet size bags. We had 2 half pallets. We started yesterday morning at 9 in the morning. It's now after 5 the following day. in the evening. We had 105 10-pound bags on this pallet, unprotected, 105 10-pound bags on this pallet, protected with the SolX bag cover. The temperature on the cover is 86 degrees. We're going to open this up. Let me show you first. There's no ice left on this other pallet. None of this ice is any good. Look, it's just slush, just water. None of this is good. That pallet is gone. Let's see what we have here. Temperature here is 60 degrees. Look at all the ice we had. Compared to none here, 32 hours later, we still have ice. We're going to count this up, see how many are no good, and we'll see what the results are. Okay, I just culled through and took the bags out that weren't, usable, that we couldn't get out. These bags are hard frozen. That is a hard frozen bag of ice. 32 hours later. There are 84 usable bags of ice here, still out of 105. There were only 21 we had to throw away. That's the SolX bag. Okay, you can see this ice. These are usable bags of ice. There's some on the perimeter that are, they're getting a little bit frothy and slushy. But look at this, right out of the center. That's like a brand new bag of ice right there. That's 10 pounds of ice. And it's like that all the way down. This whole stack is good, usable ice, not wasted. After 32 hours. It's been 48 hours on a test of half a pallet of ice. This was 105 10-pound bags of ice. The other pallet is totally gone. 16 hours ago, there was nothing left of that. At 32 hours, it was gone. So now it's been 48 hours, 2 full days of ice underneath the SolX pallet cover bag. Let's see what it looks like. After 48 hours, there's still a lot of ice left here. Look. Yeah, they've got some melt, the ones on top. A little bit of melt. Look at that. That is a solid frozen bag of ice. That's 10 pounds. 48 hours after being dropped off in the bright sun. Still a lot of usable ice. We're going to count up the usable ones. We'll take out the ones that are no good, and we'll see how many we've got. Okay, so I restacked the ice from the pallet that has been underneath the SolX bag over to this empty pallet. So I culled through and took the bags of ice out that are no good, and I kept just the 10-pound bags of ice on here. There's 30 10-pound bags of ice after 48 hours underneath the SolX bag pallet cover. These bags of ice, still lots of ice in them, still good usable ice, maybe for ice chests and things, but you wouldn't want to give that out. But there's about 30 of those bags, and there's 30 of these bags, still solid hard ice.
after 48 hours, still have good usable ice.